not be well traveled for how narrow it is. What do you do when you meet somebody?
Hopefully not hit head on. It's a whole group of them. Darn it. I think I lost them. Here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Where'd you guys go? Huh? There was a whole group of these grouse or some sort of like hens. I mean, I think I counted 5 or 6 of them. Holy man, it's just way back in there. I wasn't expecting that we'd be driving down this far. I thought it was just a little ways and
It'll be quiet back here.
a place to park. Hopefully we weren't supposed to turn back there. Well, this might be it. We're trying to figure out where we're supposed to go because oddly, this road appears to just keep going down this way. And then if we look over here, there's a do not block gate. And obviously the way we came in. What do you think, Marty?
You'd think they'd mention a waterfall if they had one.
There is one. I already looked it up. It's called Pemene Falls.
Right here it is.
What do we have for snacks?
Some old pancakes.
They're not old. I made those this morning.
They're old now.
I guess.
Some apples.
Yeah, we can have some apple.
I don't hear nothing here either.
No, just the birds. This will be good.
There's a roar in the distance like water or something is running. I think the river. I hear the river.
You probably do. I didn't think it was that far of a hike to the overlook. I thought it was only like half a mile. But it's hard to say because the maps aren't real detailed.
Pretty crude.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
Got the bear spray this time.
Yeah, after I ran into that one bear, that's a little unnerving.
Do I look all right?
Yep. The squirrels will be impressed.
I might actually need you.
You want me to spray the back of you?
Yeah. Here.
Okay. Your buns. No peeking.
Nice. All right, we decided we're gonna try walking down this road. We were gonna try driving down it, but it quickly narrowed in and we decided it would probably be better not to get stuck.
After 100 feet.
Yeah, out here in the middle of nowhere, because this really is pretty far back in, a lot farther in than what I anticipated. Apparently I didn't read closely enough ahead of time. Maybe next time I should have Marty do the planning and preparation.
The detective work.
The detective work, yeah. Oh, look, right there. Just sitting. Should I try walking closer?
He's probably not used to humans, so he doesn't know what to expect.
He's just
He's
sitting
not
there,
scared of us yet.
frozen. It's okay, buddy. Now, is that a ground squirrel, like a 13-striped ground squirrel, or a chipmunk? We won't know. Oh. He's gone! Holy man, he took off fast. Oh, he had a hole. See? He went down in his hole. That's why he disappeared so quickly. I thought he ran off. He moved so quick it was a blink of the eye, and I missed it. You assume the big opening is the river? Oh, hold on, I got something poking me. A seed or something in my sack, in my compression socks. Yep, we are sporting the long socks. Not only do they provide protection against things like ticks and whatnot, but they are also really good for people who have heart conditions. So don't be making fun down in the comments about our long socks, people. Oh,
I could hear the river.
yeah, look. It's just right over there.
Little rapids all over here. That's what I could hear.
If you're wondering whether we're going to be hitting up any other towns soon, there's always that possibility. It's just right now.
It's full swing summer in Wisconsin. Why not enjoy the outdoors? Why not see them?
Yeah.
We got Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota, you know, all these states that border us. Why not?
Why not get out and enjoy some of the great outdoors? It's just so comforting or relaxing. It's just so good for the human spirit, your soul, to be out in nature, and that's why we've been coming out.
This route.
Yeah. Not to mention, you all seem to be enjoying it. Ooh, Marty was stopping. But you all seem to be enjoying these outdoor adventures. There's actually getting more views than some of the towns that we've done in the past. Well, look at this.
Here.
What?
An old 12 gauge shell.
How old?
Made in USA. I can't really read what it said on it, but an old 12 gauge shell.
Oh. You gonna take that home and add it to your collection?
Put it in the right refuse where it belongs.
For those of you wondering, I'm guessing this trail probably heads back over to where we started. Oh, no, it's just a circle.
Let's go.
Never mind. I thought I was onto something here about why there was that, what looked like another path. You know, where we started out. I thought maybe that was the path.
See this magic trick? I can make that float. Floating. Can you see it?
I can see it all right. Is that like an actual web that it's
It
hung
must be hanging
on?
by a web. I can't. Well, I guess I can if I look really close.
Think about how strong that's got to be, though, to hold that.
It's a stick and a leaf.
Yeah. And it's connected to, pull on that, bounce it again. Yeah, the tree there. It's amazing, you know, the things that nature is able to create, produce. You know, I know people get all creeped out by spiders. And yes, I can get creeped out by spiders too, especially ones that are in my house or crawling on me. Nobody likes to have spiders crawling on them, but you know, as far as those creatures go, I do think they are pretty incredible. You know, the strength of their threads and the webs that they make. And they're kind of neat to look at when they're not crawling on you.
Well, that served no purpose. Now, I've had this work a couple times. We'll see if it works now. See if I can coax that spider out of that hole there and make him think that there's something caught in his web. Ooh, he came out. You see that?
No, I missed it.
You did. He came out at first. I think you got it, but...
Oh, I see him now. Oh, there he is. He just in and out.
Did he come in and out?
He did, but
No.
do it one more time. There he is. Can you guys see him? He's just way in there. Okay. He's sitting there. He's like looking.
He ran out before.
I think
It did work.
he's suspicious.
Here's another one right here. Let's try this guy to see if we can get him to come out.
Where?
Come over on this side on the hole so you get a good look at the hole before I start tantalizing him.
Tantalizing him.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Nothing. He might have vacated the premises. Oh,
Did he come out?
I think so. It's either that or a shadow moving and I'm...
I can see some legs. He's on the edge. I can see his legs.
Okay.
No, let's go.
All right. Look at all these ferns growing in here. This is just a huge fern grove. Fun fact, apparently you can eat ferns when they first come up, I guess. It's one of those things that people who forage know a lot about. I wouldn't exactly put myself in that category of knowing a lot about foraging. I just know that at some point I had read that yes, you can eat the young, the immature ferns as they're first coming up. I think they're called fiddlebacks or something like that. Anyways, as I was saying earlier, it just seems like a lot of people have been really enjoying the outdoor videos and they've been getting a lot more views than what we had put out with relation to towns and some of the historical stuff that we had been doing. And if you're enjoying them too, Make sure you hype this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, you know, share it with others on your other social media accounts. Doing so will help increase the reach, and well, it also tells us whether or not you are actually enjoying these types of videos. I don't know what happened to the trail, but it kind of all of a sudden feels...
Disappears till right here.
Does it?
Right around that side.
Okay. It just seems like it got kind of jungly. But is there trail up over by you now? All right. Now let's keep going and hope that I don't get any chigger bites or ticks or anything else. Run across any snakes, I don't know. Whatever could be hiding in the tall grass. Here's something interesting, is that you can see there's sand. So we are obviously real close to the river, which, here, give you that view, that $1 million view. I'd have to say, based on the path, or the condition of the path, it has been a long time since anybody else has been through this way. It is severely overgrown. Does it open up over by you?
Oh, go up on this thing here.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You can see that it floods severely in this area because look at this tree branch here with the grass hanging on it.
Oh, I gotta get up by you so we can take a closer look at that.
If you look at the trees at about my head's height, you can see they're like rubbed and stuff in areas. See the side there?
Yeah.
That ain't from the deer.
Well, then what do you think that's from?
Look at here.
Oh.
The water floods from the river at least this high because it's caught on that branch.
Oh, yeah.
And all that rubbing is from stuff in the water hitting the trees while it's flowing.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It feels very, what? Almost jungly in here, doesn't it?
It's not a road well traveled, I'll tell you that, or a path well traveled. It's pretty non-existent, actually.
Yeah. Definitely off the beaten path on this one today. Oh, wow. That makes a pretty picture. I gotta catch up to Marty here. I have a tendency to fall behind, obviously, because I'm sitting there yapping and looking at stuff around me. But, oh, well, there we go. I think once we get up over this way, we'll be able to have a better view of the falls, or what's left of the falls right now. It's more like a rapids.
What do you think?
Wow, look at that. Wow, that is an amazing view. And it's so quiet and peaceful out here. There is not another person hanging out here along the Pemene River. Yeah, this is the Pemene River that flows that way in that direction. The very same river that flows or has its mouth on Lake Michigan over by Menominee, Michigan, and Marinette, Wisconsin. We are on the Wisconsin side Yeah, I know. It's incredible to think that these places exist here in Wisconsin. I know a lot of people have the impression that Wisconsin is just, you know, farm fields, cows, and beer brats and cheese, but that isn't all what Wisconsin is. And that we've been able to, over the years, get out and explore some of the finer things, the hidden gems, places off the beaten path, is just a blessing. Over here you can see next to this rocky outcropping, this little fir tree trying to grow up out of the crevice. There's also, if I'm not mistaken, a plant over here known as mullein. I think that's the correct pronunciation. But anyways, this plant here grows up. You've seen them, I know you have seen them, along roadsides, and they shoot up this single stalk, which then buds out in these yellow flowers. Well, mullein, which there's another specimen over here growing up alongside this boulder, that's mullein. Mullein, if you didn't know, has properties that acts just like that over-the-counter stuff called mucinex. It alleviates the amount of mucus in your lungs if you smoke it, or I think also you can use it to make a tincture that you can then, oh my goodness, I didn't mean to get all ADHD on you, but look at this. Do you know what this is here? This is a dried out snake skin. And judging by the size of that thing, there are some pretty large snakes that must call this area home. Hopefully I don't step on one of them. Anyways, as I was saying, getting back to the whole mullein thing, you can use mullein to alleviate symptoms with, okay, now I'm all paranoid. I'm sorry about snakes. Anyways, you can use it to alleviate your symptoms if you have, you know, a lot of mucus, either, you know, in your nasal cavities or in your lungs. And depending on, you know, how you take it in, like I said, you can smoke it, you know, and dry out the leaves and smoke them, or you can make like a tincture and drink it. I think you also can use it in like a tea form, which then would also help, you know, dry out those sinuses. I have tried it. I've tried the smoking of it, and it does seem to help. I have a lot of problems with allergies, and I do have, you know, where my sinuses are constantly, yeah, I'm watching the crowd here because I don't want to end up stepping on a snake. Anyways, long story short, that, you know, seemingly looking like wildflower or weed, because some people consider it a weed, has therapeutic properties. As you can see, the trail has become quite overgrown again, and I'm trying to make my way over to where Marty is. See him? He's already made himself way over by the falls. And I feel like I'm just having to make my way through a jungle. Good thing we sprayed up, because man, there's a good chance you could end up with some ticks over here, or chiggers. Somebody had asked on one of our last videos where we were talking about, sorry, I thought I felt something hit the back of my leg. So, you know, I'm just kind of like trying to make it through here real quick. Somebody had asked whether or not there are actually chiggers in Wisconsin, and the answer is yes. We have a friend who unfortunately experienced getting bit by a bunch of chiggers and was suffering for a couple of weeks from it. It's very itchy. If you end up with them, you'll get a really bad rash. And well, I wasn't aware of chiggers. I mean, I knew about chiggers. I just never had any experience, as far as I know, with them. Yeah, okay. I felt like I got grabbed. I don't think I really got grabbed. I just think that the grass and whatnot is so overgrown. And who knows, there could have been a cheeky grasshopper grabbing at me for all I know. Definitely gonna have to do a massive tick check afterwards. But wow, it is incredible out here. I mean, look at that. You want to talk about some beautiful nature, natural landscape. This is it. Just stopping to do one quick check. I don't see anything crawling on me. That's a plus. If it was earlier in the summer, say June, July, I probably wouldn't be out here walking through the tall grass, just because we go kind of by the rule of thumb that, you know, the ticks are generally way more active at the beginning of summer, or at least that's been our experience. Not saying that that is entirely correct. And as a way to avoid exposure, we tend to avoid hiking out in the tall grasses or wooded areas at that time. Oh, I just happened to look down because, you know, trying to make my way across these rocks, and notice that there's a vein of quartz here. You can see it there too. Oh, what's this here? Oh, I think that's just some kind of wood that's bleached out. Not any kind of treasure, but you can see over here some more quartz too. That's all busted up. I wonder if there could possibly be any gold in these parts. Let's go find out what Marty's got to say. What have you been up to?
Junk picking and looking around.
Oh yeah, what did you find?
Needle those pliers.
Oh, wow. Oh, a shell, like a mussel.
Glass has been rubbing around for a while. It's not sharp anymore.
Oh yeah.
And look at all the.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at all the crabs under here that got trapped under here.
Oh yeah.
All the bones.
The remains.
What's left of them. Poor guys.
Yeah.
When the water went down, they were trapped.
Yep. Anything else that you spotted?
No, that's all I've seen so far.
Well, didn't you say something that you thought that there might be gold in these parts?
Well, we have the Ice Age Trail in Wisconsin. There's gold, I believe, on the Ice Age Trail. We have quartz veins. I mean, look at here. You walk up here and you see veins everywhere. There's a vein here, there's a vein there, there's a vein there that splits off. Another one back there. I mean, they're all striped in there everywhere. Could they produce gold? Maybe.
I know I've said this before, or maybe have alluded to this before, but it's interesting that this land, this property, is state land, state owned, that if it did contain gold, the state has, you know, control over that resource by owning the property that it's on. Coincidence? I don't know. Speaking of the tenacious nature of the plants, the plant world, look at this daisy or daisy-like wildflower that's just sprung up through this crack in the rocks. Anyways, just to give you a closer look at some of the quartz that Marty was pointing out. And then again, some more wildflowers. Look at that purple flower that has sprung up in the crack. It's amazing how nature is, you know. There's some purple flowers here, and then some more of those daisy-like wildflowers. I don't know if these are actual daisy within the daisy family. I gotta look it up. I don't remember off the top of my head. And the piece de resistance, the falls, the Pemene Falls. Now, the word Pemene is or derived from a Native American word. According to what I had found online, the word is derived from either an Algonquin or an Ojibwe word that means either a crook or bend, you know, like the bend in your elbow. Well, you know, it'd be a bend or a, you know, curve in the river. Or some people also have translated it to mean cranberry. In this instance, with the way the river flows, you can kind of see where it kind of curves around in there. I could see where the meaning or the original meaning was to indicate that there was a curve or bend in the river here with the falls. The water appears to be down somewhat, as you can see some of the algae, or I don't want to call it seaweed, but some sort of algae that's growing here on the rocks. This here is all dried out. Looks like it's dying or is dead. And I'm assuming that the rock that I'm currently stationed on is probably normally, when the river is at, you know, a more normal level, it would be underwater. As I had indicated in, I think, our last video, we've been experiencing a bit of a drought up in these parts, and its effects are pretty evident here. Well, it looks like Marty's discovered a secret passageway. Are you going to go through there?
Huh?
Are you going through there? I said, are you going through?
Look in the cave.
Oh, it's a cave. It's not a passageway?
Well, I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, okay. What'd you find?
I think it's a puffball. You know puffballs.
Oh, yeah.
Like an old locomotive. And I'm spreading its
Spores.
little spores all over. It should grow all over now.
Just don't breathe that in. What I want to know is, where does this cave lead to?
No, maybe nowhere. We'll find out right now.
All right, I gotta try and find my way up by Marty. It's not looking too good as far as being able to pass through.
No, it only goes in about 10 feet.
Oh yeah. I don't see any spiders yet.
There's a lot of spider webs and there's something around that corner. But I'm not crawling through all that to find out.
I don't blame him for not wanting to go farther in, because you never know what could be in there. I just want to point out, though, some of the spider webs that are here. Look at those. And then, of course, you've got the moss here and plenty of pine needles and grasses that have dried up and landed up over here, and another really cool spider web right there. But I'm not going in either, even though I know I could probably fit. You saw how I was freaking out over the grass tickling my bum. I imagine that if I ran into anything in there, I'd come out screaming like a little schoolgirl or something.
Big hornet's nest right
What?
here. Big hornet's nest.
Oh. If you couldn't hear what Marty just said, there's a big hornet's nest that I need to watch out for. I was going to mention that if you do come out here to do any hiking, that you'll definitely want to make sure you're wearing the appropriate foot gear, because you don't want to slip and fall on these rocks and, you know, twist an ankle, break a leg, all sorts of things that can happen if you're not wearing the appropriate foot gear. All right, I'm gonna try and get over by Marty without taking a dive in these rocks. Oh, there, I made it. And where is this oh my, that is a massive hornet's nest, one that you don't ordinarily see like that, intact, out in the wild. Marty's just to the right of it. He's got some distance, but there are definitely hornets coming in and out. I'm not going to hang out too long. I just wanted to show you the hornet's nest. If you look here on the side of the rock, you'll notice these white things. They were also over by the hornet's nest. If I'm not mistaken, these are actually the remains of some sort of water creature, like perhaps a mussel of some sort or barnacle. It'd have to be a freshwater kind, but something of that nature, possibly like a zebra mussel even, that affixes itself to the rock when the water levels are high. And speaking of water levels, you can see too by the striations of the different layers here on this middle like island where the water has receded. Much like what we saw in Lake Mead, except on a much smaller scale, of course. Wow. Trying to walk and man the camera at the same time, and this is the area I just had to scramble over to get to here. You'll notice that with the water coming through this gorge, if you will, how the water starts to just activate so much. It looks like it's boiling. You know, it's changed color as it's coming through here. Those are all tiny bubbles that's creating that action there and stirring this all up. The water itself looks pretty dark with, I think it's called tannin, coming from all the leaves in the forest that fall in the water, and then it tints it almost like a tea, makes it a darker, it can be like a dark red. You know, if it has more red in it, then perhaps there's also iron in the water. But a lot of times the leaves that fall out of the trees will create, like I said, almost like a tea color, a tea staining to the water. If you look out there, you'll notice the wall or the remains of a footing for a dam that used to be here years ago, and a couple of nature enthusiasts taking pictures. And then there's Marty taking a break. Wave to the camera, Marty. What an incredible place. Who would have thought that something like this would exist not that far from my own backyard? And it's amazing. And other than the two people we've seen across the way that were over on the Michigan side, we haven't seen anybody else out here. This is truly getting off the beaten path. Holy man, I can't believe we went across all them rocks and then climbed up. Yeah, we're up top now.
Took forever to get across them rocks.
Yeah, well, I'm still kind of like freaking out internally here. I wouldn't have done it if Marty hadn't egged me on. Just so you know, Mom and Dad, it's all Marty's fault. Okay, I shouldn't throw meandering Marty under the bus, because if I really didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it. But man, the view up here, or the view from up here, is even more incredible than it was down below.
And from my vantage point, walking out to the edge of this cliff, it's really pretty up here. I actually want to take a nap. The sound of this water just makes me tired. Something about Mother Nature.
Well, Marty, what do you think?
Well, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe.
Well, I was going to say I have a couple of shout outs to give. I'd first like to give a shout out to Sue, Mike, and Belle for having tipped our trip jar. Thank you. And then also to Soulful Designs out of Wisconsin here for also tipping our trip jar. So thank you. We really appreciate the support. And like I said earlier in the video, if you want to support us but you don't want to do it financially, just like, hype, subscribe, and share those videos. Until next time,
I'm Sightseeing Sally.
and I'm Meandering Marty.